hello, all you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. I'm having a Talos principal adventure, and I accidentally recorded while having this screen up, which is kind of annoying. So we've missed a bit of conversation from that guy. There was a hologram of Miranda sitting here, and when you walk up to her, she says, "Oh, I'm gonna get a cat. It's gonna live forever. I'm gonna call it Bean." We got to talk to Byron about like Pandora. Pandora is like, "Oh, that's a strange antagonistic force." He told us about New Alexandria and its destruction. He was like, "Oh, you know, my regret is that we doubled down. We didn't double down. We just gave up." This is number 3. We don't want to go to 3. I'm going to redo puzzles 1 and 2. They are tutorial puzzles, so I got through them pretty quickly. But still a little bit grumpy that you didn't get to see me do them for the first time around. But whatever. Is that 2? It's probably number 2. But yeah, we're just going to redo them quickly. There's puzzle 1. Fucking, there it is. So luckily we can reset the puzzle if we want to. It's nice of the game. So the gimmick, I literally did it like absurdly fast because, you know, red to blue, like that, and that's wrong, of course, because we need those two, like so. And what do we need in here? We need blue, and of course it's red now, so we can just connect those two. So connect the blue, and then you go, oh, we need another red, and what? Strictly speaking, don't actually need that blue anymore. I think I oversolved this one as well, so I don't necessarily need to oversolve it now. But if we want, we can just put this here. That does nothing, of course, because that is the laser. And we can do that. So that gives us a red. But we don't need a red, we need a blue. It's fair enough because we can just do this. That is a blue. There we go, and I don't need to do that because I've already done it. So maybe I sprinted through that too fast for that to make any sense, but you get the idea. That converts red lasers to blue lasers or blue lasers to red lasers, and of course you can connect on connections. Where is 2? 2 is down there. So we'll do the same with this. We'll reset the puzzle. Oh, I can't believe I tried doing a So again, it wasn't very difficult. So now we have standard connectors, so we can get this out like so. It's in the middle. So blue to blue. We can turn that blue into a red, like so. Oh, this is the one I oversolved. Because we now need red and blue, right? And what does this give us? This is red. So we can take this red from there so it doesn't cut us off. And then we can... Oh. Okay, so we need this one. There we go. Red from red. And red from blue. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. So let me just do that. This isn't how I solved it last time. And it won't work. We send it back to itself, and that door's open. We can of course keep these connections and open that door like so. This is what I did before, whereas I kept thinking I needed that. I literally did exactly the same thing. You don't need it, you just need to make sure you have these. And then there we go. So we caught up with ourselves. The only thing we're missing is a couple of conversations. So, and I said what they were already. We spoke to Byron, and we saw Miranda. Let's go to puzzle 3. We've also got. Oh, there we can actually.
When we go to New Jerusalem, I'm going to have a cat. He's going to be black and white, and his name is going to be Bean. And I'm going to make sure that he never gets sick, and he never gets old, and he'll be my best friend forever.
I just realised that we have a log, don't we? So we can actually reread everything that Byron said to us. That was it. Hey, one care, what do you make of this Miranda? Going on what little we have. Honestly, she reminds me of myself. When I'd just been born, came out of the dam at night. The sky was full of stars. Hang on, why can't I just... it would have been nice if I could get him to read out loud again. I felt a reverence then, almost a static connection to the sublime. The universe seemed like a miracle, and to exist within it was the greatest possible honour. The view was tempered in time. I've always tried to hold on to as much of that as I can. Tell me about NA. We made 2 fatal mistakes in New Alexandria, one was trusting the texts of our ancestors without thinking for ourselves, the other was giving up instead of doubling down, letting tragedy define our future. What make you of Pandora? It's clear that there's some kind of antagonistic force in place, something that doesn't want us to discover the purpose of the megastructure. Perhaps that's the part of the testing, and perhaps that's what's responsible for the state of decay. And then he had one more thing left to ask, but that's when I realised that I wasn't recording or streaming, so... Founding 3. From Pattia's Journals, Volume 1, Founding of the New Jerusalem, Day 42. We broke ground on the first of the permanent structures today. A large hall that will eventually be converted into a performance and exhibition space. My idea. Although for now, we'll use it as a workshop. But it's strange, this place. There's a lot of open space, and I didn't think it would be... find it quite so unusual, but I suppose we spent more time at the dam than was originally planned, and now it's difficult to get used to not having that low ceiling over our heads. It's probably just me. Byron loves being outside, and it's always volunteering for scavenging missions. Lithuania. usually tags along, although he seems more fascinated with observing nature and various weird creatures. At night I sometimes catch myself standing by the door, not because I've been on guard duty, just watching the stars. It's oddly comforting to think that they've always been there. They've watched our ancestors standing where we are now. From Miranda, we finished setting up the external side of the lake. The area is so stunning, we forgot about the experiment for a while and went for a long walk. The ways in which all different aspects of nature interact with each other are endlessly fascinating to me. Sheer variety of living things, even on a simple green meadow. Sadly, we stumbled upon a carcass of a deer that had been torn apart by wolves. He must have suffered enormously. Thinking about that made me feel terrible. So much pain in nature. Cutting down swathes of trees and building projects thoughtlessly, causing radical changes to the large environs and forcing local species to adapt to their artificial habitats. These are the traits of a species of intelligent, industrious, and extremely impactful ecosystem engineers. Humans, now I'm talking about beavers. Like us, beavers transform. Yep, but there's a lot less beavers. There's so few beavers in the world. Like us, beavers transform their environments via building and their actions. Real consequence, creating a vast wetlands that some species thrive in while others die. So, introducing wolves to areas helps ecosystems out because it cuts down on because they'll eat like rabbits and stuff. More grass grows, and that brings in more deer. Like, it's proven that specifically wolves or can make whole ecosystems come back to life by reintroducing them. While others die, human activity is very similar. We too are ecosystem engineers. We too benefit some species while harming others. But but a lot, it's the numbers. Everything about this is completely natural, including the damage to other species. After all, that's what competition and evolution is all about. Those species that adapt to the ecosystems we create will, over the coming millennia, become the core of new biodiversity. So evolution runs its course. If we don't like the result, if we think some species should be preserved despite being outcompeted, well, that's anything but natural. It is, however, very human. It's fascinating how much of this stuff we do is common in animals, but furthered enormously by intelligence and our ability to remember. For us, the universe drives us to a greater level of complexity. Yeah, I mean, scale is important, is the point I'm making. And I feel like a lot of people forget. just like, there's a difference between me drinking a cup of water and me drinking the ocean. I realise, or a house full of water, or just a bucket. The scale is important. It makes a difference. This action's the same as this action. Yeah, but they're not the same. Because that's a much bigger action. What am I looking for? Social media. Cat sitting advice. So I'm cat sitting Yakult's cat, Bruce, and he keeps peeing on my charging pod. Is there anything I can do to prevent this? Clean it thoroughly, not with a trace, so not a trace of smell remains. I know it's hard without the ability to smell, but we do have some cleaning agents that should do the trick. Contact me on private if you need a list. I'll make sure Bruce isn't distressed or by something. Cats don't like being moved from their territory. Maybe it would be easy if you moved him back to your cart's place and fed him there. No, Bruce is just a bastard. He loves peeing on anything electrical, chewing on cables, generally just breaking stuff. This is normal, and I warned you, Pellegrino. I would have given him to Neath. She's used to him, but he's so fuzzy and I love him. Ah, cats. There, I'm back again. Oh, we're going to do Lord of the Rings, are we? Motherfuckers love referencing Lord of the Rings. Red. Red to blue. green? Yeah, it's one colour. Oh, I know. Blue to red. Right. Blue to blue. Then green, blue, red. Didn't even need to bring this one back. Puzzle 4.
Hey there, 1K.
What symbolic value of these entities we're encountering?
That's a good question. Prometheus is often taken to represent freedom and progress, the ideals of the radical enlightenment. Pandora, on the other hand, usually represents the dangers of those very ideals, so they're counterparts, in a way. And the Sphinx is a mystery. Does that mean that these entities correspond to these concepts? Perhaps. They certainly seem to act like it. But Athena isn't the goddess of Athens, and I'm not Robert Byron, although those are the origins of our names. Where does myth end and history begin? We'll have to find out.
So, I went to school with someone called Byron. I didn't know him. I just knew his name because it was written on one of the homeworks, and I said "By Byron," and I was very confused briefly. It's like, what do you mean "By Byron"? Anyway, puzzle 4. Refraction. blue laser. Give a inverter. So we change the blue into red. It's literally the only thing we can do. But now we have a second inverter. And we can take that red and turn it into blue. So far, giving ourselves access to another red laser. Why would we want another red laser? We could do the opposite, of course. This is what we want blue. Okay. Which means we want to send a red beam over here. Keep the connections. That doesn't work. So blue to red. But if I do this, it'll be the wrong color. It'll be blue. Which is why we want that one, of course. So blue, blue to red, then red to blue, okay, we can power itself. We can take this away. Does that help us? Blue, red. Oh, it does. Never mind. I wouldn't know that worked before. Whatever.
Well done. can't stop thinking about Miranda. A new person not born in New Jerusalem? Can you imagine that? I wonder what it's like to be her.
Maybe not that different. Probably.
How do you mean?
I barely spent any time in New Jerusalem. I'm not that weird.
We'll see about that.
Wanted to ask you about something else. What do you make of all these labs?
They're very different from the rest of these structures in that they serve a clear purpose. Everything else is kind of surreal, but the labs are places where people lived and worked. I don't know what that means, but I think it means something.
That's all. What's one of these star things? I don't think I'm in the right place. Oh, wow, I found 6. I want to do 5 before 6. Here's 5. Imprisoned. Ah, you're free now. Well, that's interesting. Blue laser. Right, so we have to sort of pre-plan a bunch of stuff. So there's blue. We'll take that red. Is that gonna work? Because that should be blue. Okay, I was gonna say that. Otherwise, that's a little bit too easy. I mean, it's still quite easy because I can just do this. Ah, no, it's not. Okay, there is a rub. I actually spotted that before and then forgot about it. That's powering itself. I can go blue. Blue? I didn't mean to have all those connections, but whatever. It's a weird one. It was just like, do you have object permanence? Yes, I do.
I sent the drone to have a look at one of the other puzzle clusters. It seems they remain inert until they're connected. I uploaded the pictures to the log.
Should we check them out with the VTOL?
Let's conserve fuel as much as we can. There's no point in going there if it's all dead.
There we go. We've got that to look forward to. Paris was an ancient city. Oh, he painted a picture. Sometimes called the City of Light, one of the great capitals of the world, home to tradition and innovation alike. It was the birthplace of one of the greatest revolutions in history. The moment that gave birth to modernity and all its glories and horrors alike. The spirit of freedom was born there, although it's suppressed by enemies and traitors, never entirely faded and lived on in the minds of artists of many generations. Maybe that something of that spirit still remains in us. Did I miss one? It says research 1, and I can't tell which one I'm missing. Well, that's going to annoy me. Please just tell me which one I'm missing, game. This is new, okay. Reference photos, E3 engraving. It says X. Press X. Six. Hidden. We have ourselves a beam thing. We have a blue. That's red. It's not going to help with the blue, is it? There. Make this blue into a red. The only reason to do that would be to curse. Yeah, okay, so it's simple. We just need to get two things on this side. And one's already on this side. So it's just a question of how to get this over there. If I just run hard enough. Oh, damn. You can grab a blue from here and send into there. Or that's it, that's the only thing I can do right now, so So what to do with that blue? Right. I can also connect those two up. What's that one do? Both of them do the same thing. How do I even get a thing through? I want that. Don't know. So now that is open, I can power itself. Like so. And I can take this. I can take that blue, turn it into a red. Now, have we learned nothing, John? Okay, hang on. Shit. I wish there was an undo in this game. That's not going to work. Oh, that's really annoying. It would have worked, I just needed it back here. To do the entire process again. The game's been pretty good at not having me have to do this for most levels. Well, if I've forgotten how to do the level, that's really annoying. No, I don't need to do this. John. Yes, sorry, I forgot a fundamental lesson again, but unfortunately I won't have to redo it. There we go. So yeah, a technique this game uses a lot is having to go a really long way to unlock a door, but remembering to sort of wedge the door open once you've done it, and then you can walk through as you will. Where is... There it is. Lovely. Not seen the lab this time. It's got to be somewhere. We'll go towards 7 there. That another star thing right there. There's Miranda. Or is that someone else?
There's so much to discover on this island that sometimes it overwhelms me. Every lake, every forest contains an incredible, interconnected, permanently changing network of organisms. And every one of those organisms is almost infinitely complex and contains other organisms within itself. It seems impossible to ever really grasp. But then, step by step, I do understand. It takes time and effort, but it's not impossible. And there's a lot of joy to be found in simply taking the time to truly study something. I spent 5 years studying a single flower, and it never got boring.
Sounds well fucking boring. She sounds like, I can't remember what the band's called. They did the Bug Snacks theme tune. What can I do? Gonna need some lasers. Need some blue. Have some red. Okay, what we need to do is preemptive. Hang on. Red to blue, blue to red. Okay. We need to take this, connect it to that, and then just sort of plonk it there. Like so. And it's not doing anything yet, so we're going to keep the connections and then connect to this. Then we can plonk it down. Connections. Plonk it down. And when we do that, it can make a connection. However, okay, so keep connections. Then we have to force this to keep the door open as well, so we'll select that. plonk it down. And considering we have literally no other options, I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark here and say it's probably the same for that connection there. So I'm just going to preemptively connect that as well. Didn't work. I'm just going to grab this. But we've done an important thing. We've wedged this door open. So now we have a permanent red laser, which we can do. Oh, it's a piece of piss then at that point. Oh, god damn it, John. Alright, let's we have to, unfortunately, it's not going to work unless that's closer, so or further away. And we're going to need, oh no, let's say there. These ones, anything that requires just like eyeballing the exact correct place, not super keen on. Yeah, this is why I wanted it back here. Reach that. If I do that... Okay, so there's a little extra something to this. I do keep forgetting that there's a blue over here. You know what? I've solved it.
Elohim must be very proud of you, 1K.
Everyone should be proud of me. What's that over there? No, I've not found any of the additional stuff this time. Positional interchange. Are we blue? Probably not. No. What? Is that going to be blue? It's going to be blue, isn't it? Bollocks. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. This is a very messy level, but it works. But yeah, box, there was only one thing to do with that, is put it up high. And then I didn't really have to think. I could connect that to like literally all the red points. I was like, well, I might as well get the blue from the height. I walk in the garden without fear as stars swirl across the sky, and I stand among the tall lilies who lift their faces to the passing aeons. Here I will do no harm will come to me. For my last journey is over, and I am home. Beautiful, it makes me calm and happy. It's my new favourite of yours, I think. Maybe step by step towards the nightingales might still win out. Let's say it's a tie. Well, it's definitely beautiful, but to me it's a poem about death. Oh, it's a fucking poem. It's about interpreting shit, isn't it? I also feel it's about death. Interesting that they had the simple. I never thought the poem was being about death. It was about New Jerusalem. But what you're saying makes sense. By limiting our growth, we accept that one day our story will be over. But it's so bad if it's a good story. We should rage against death, not accept it. interesting. There's something poetic about that. Thank you for your thoughts, everyone. I really appreciate them. There needs to be a couple of like troll robots that just don't even. Okay, let's turn the radar back on. Well, I am bad at following directions. I'm going towards the star, even though I know the star does nothing. To the question mark. Fuck's that? I was told not to go into the water.
The rotting remains of the old world should fill me with melancholy. Even here on this remote island, our ancestors could not escape their fate. And yet, I find there is something pathetic about these ruins that evokes anger and even contempt. I feel it is a mistake to accept this catastrophe with equanimity. What we see here should offend us. When witnessing this triumph